Okay, well, oftentimes the data sheet that is given to you is not going to be a very good looking data sheet. It's not going to be very clean because it might have come from various databases and various sources, and plus the people don't really care to clean them. So it's normally your job to clean your data sheet. That's what we're going to do today, and it's not difficult. It's actually quite nice. It's just as nice as cleaning your room. Yikes, look at this data sheet. It has all sorts of fonts. There's this highlighted for some reason. And the Hamburg has too many spaces for some reason. Let's get to cleaning. Okay, so first of all, let's get rid of all these various formats. I'm gonna choose all of my data. Then if I go to the home tab over here, there's this kind of rubber thing and it gives me a few options. Now if I click clear all, I'm gonna just lose all my data. That's not what I want to do. I'm gonna click here and then just clear formats, and okay, that looks a little bit better. Now we can make sense of it. Okay, well, I'm not very happy with the fact that some of the data, like the emails, don't fit in their cells, or some of the titles. So I've got to think about that too. I'm going to Control A, and then over here click on format, and column width, auto fit column width, and that does the trick. Now this looks much better. I know it's not perfect, but hey, it is much better. Now take a look at this over here. Hamburg has some extra spaces, and so does Dusseldorf and Nuremberg and Bremen, and we have to get rid of these. And also there might be some extra spaces that we're not aware of, like we can't see, like Munich over here has a few extra spaces after it. Well, there's a solution for that. I'm just gonna insert an extra column here, a new clean column. The function for that is equal sign to let Excel know that we're about to enter a function, and then trim. I'm going to open the argument, and it's just telling me just give me the text that you want to trim. And here it is. Trim A2 and enter. And let's see if that works with Hamburg as well. It sure does. And we're just going to pull this all the way to the end of this column. And yep, it has definitely trimmed all of the data. All right, now what we want to do is we want to transfer this data to the other side. But if we just Control C, Control V, we're going to have a problem. It's going to be a reference problem. The reason is because inside these cells is actually a formula. If I click here, it's telling me to trim A2, but there is no A2. So what I have to do instead is I have to click on paste and then paste values only. Once I do that, I can delete all of the information here. So what trimming does is that it removes all the extra spaces before and after the values inside a cell. It's quite helpful. Okay, while we're here, I'm not happy that the cities are all in lowercase. I think they should all be uppercase. Well, there's a solution for that. I'm going to put equal sign, upper, and open the parentheses, Berlin, enter. That worked. And all I need to do is now just copy it to the rest of the column, and the whole thing works. So again, I'm going to copy this information and then paste it here, but only paste the value so that I don't have a problem with referencing. Now let me delete this. There we go. Okay, talking of names, I'm not really happy that manager names are all in lowercase as well. Like Anna Mueller should have a capital A and a capital M. Well, there's a solution for that. Let me just insert a column. Now, when you're inserting a column, sometimes there's a problem because I've inserted this column from a column that was for emails. Sometimes what happens is that the attributes of that column will also get copied. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen, because if it does, then the formula doesn't work. Well, thankfully it hasn't. It's on general and everything is okay. All right, so the function here is equal signs and then proper. What proper does is that it capitalizes the first letter of every word. And then I just have to choose the text like always and enter. And sure enough, Anna Mueller now has a capital A and a capital M. Congratulations. And if I copy this to the rest of the column, we get the same results. Now, remember that when we're pasting, we have to only paste the value so that we don't hit a reference error. And there we go. Now I can delete everything inside here. All right, that's enough for now. Let's take a quick rest, play around with these few functions. We talked about clearing the format, correcting the width of the cells. We trimmed a little bit, and we lowercased, uppercased, and used the proper case. Practice these, and then we'll go to learn a few more cleaning techniques.